Last week in F1, Ferrari had themselves an absolute stinker. After a solid victory in Belgium, they turned up in Monza with a swagger in their step and a strut in their stride, telling all and sundry they were so much better than Mercedes at handling the championship pressure, before absolutely tripping over their tits in front of friends and family. It started in qualifying when Ferrari somehow mistimed Vettel's final qualifying run, leaving him far too far behind Hamilton to get an all-important tow, and ultimately losing pole position to his own teammate. It only got worse on lap 1 of the race when Vettel and Hamilton boffed each other, with Vettel ending up sitting at the back of the pack facing not the track ahead, but the Ferrari fans who hadn't seen a home win since 2011. Then, as a result of Ferrari not bothering to bring any soft tyres for the practice sessions, they had no idea how to manage them for the race, and both of their cars rinsed through their rubber, opening the door to a Mercedes victory before a jubilant tifosi crowd who were definitely just saying, "Boo earns." Vettel complained that he was disadvantaged in the championship fight as he had to fight 3 cars, including his own, sometimes resurgent teammate, but he insisted he's not interested in team orders and doesn't need a wingman, despite Hamilton being chaperoned by super wingman Valtteri "I'm not a wingman" Bottas, who in Italy simultaneously held up Raikkonen enough to burn up the Ferrari's tyres while maintaining his position to his actual race rival, Verstappen. At least Ferrari can be glad they aren't their once legendary rivals McLaren, whose performance this season has plummeted after a fairly reasonable start. They've now lost both of their drivers, Van Dorn fired for not being as good as Fernando Alonso, and Alonso who left McLaren for not being as good as Fernando Alonso. In the true spirit of having handed in his notice, the Spaniard is enjoying absolutely not giving a Kamoa cap about anything, clashing with Gasly in the race, blocking Magnussen in qualifying, laughing to Magnussen's face about it, and running around naked with a bag on his head. No judgments. This leaves McLaren with a fresh lineup for 2019 in Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris, and a couple of people in F1 have spotted that this puts McLaren in a similar position to 2007. When an experienced Spaniard and a rookie Brit joined the team, fell out with each other, let their spat boil onto the track, got the team excluded from the championship, and ultimately led to the Spaniard wrecking the second half of his career and the Brit ultimately jumping ship to win multiple championships elsewhere. So good luck, boys! But at least McLaren are out of Honda's shadow. That is until next year when they race at the Honda Grand Prix. Yes, in a surprising move, F1 have arranged for Honda and Mercedes to be the title sponsors of their home races. So not only can we expect the luck of Honda to send another powerful typhoon across Suzuka on the race weekend, we can also look forward to the bizarre sight of a Ferrari driver holding a giant Mercedes logo when they inevitably win at Hockenheim. And while we're looking at the future, a lot of interest is surrounding the revelation that at least one tyre manufacturer may challenge Pirelli's 10-year reign as the sport's tyre supplier when the new contract kicks in 2020. We don't know which companies are tyre curious, but we do know that Michelin are entirely uninterested in bidding for the contract, as it would involve the expense of designing and producing 13-inch tyres for 1 year only before the switch to the blingy rims in 2021. Michelin are also unimpressed with Pirelli era being defined by manufactured tyre degradation, preferring to focus on tyres that actually last, like those on the road. So without tyre degradation and in this post-refueling world, it sounds like Michelin want F1 to feature actual racing, like on the track, without any artificial factors thrown in to force strategy through the pits. Sounds like they don't know F1 at all. And Michelin aren't alone in electing not to join the F1 roadshow. Jean Todt has revealed that F1 doesn't expect any new manufacturers to join in 2021, the critical year of rule change that was pinpointed specifically as a chance to court new engine suppliers and works teams to join in. Audi, Citroën, Porsche, Lada? Anyone would do, but no one took the bait. It was strongly rumoured that Porsche were very close to joining in, but they couldn't find a loophole in the technical regulations that would allow them to make a car that looked like this. So they politely declined.